What's up, everyone? It's Sean with Marketing for Service Professionals, and today I have a super fun video for you. It is 7 tips on how to dominate social media, Facebook edition. I promise you guys, if you watch this video from beginning to end and implement every single one of these tips into your routine of social media on Facebook, you will dominate, and then in the long term, you're going to start getting tons of organic leads that you do not have to pay for. As always, guys, all of this content that I put out on YouTube is absolutely free. All that I ask is that you smash the subscribe button and like this video. It really helps the channel grow. And if you have any questions on videos you want to see in the future, let me know down in the comments. Before we get started, I posted a poll question in our Facebook group, Marketing for Service Professionals, which if you're not in that Facebook group, I'll leave a link in the description of this video. Be sure to join that group. But the other day I asked a question. And the question was, how often do you post on social media? And the options were once a day, once every couple of days, and like once a week and more. And I was actually really surprised at how many people were not posting daily. And there's something I want to say about this is if you're really serious about your business, you have to post every day, if not a couple of times during the day. And I know that the thing that comes up all the time is like, I don't know what to post, or I don't have time to post. Well, the I don't have time to post, like, to be absolutely transparent, like you're running a business and you want to grow your business, you need to make time. Facebook is it's a free platform that if used properly, you don't need to spend a single cent in paid advertising if you do social media well, which is why I want to put out this video so that you guys can learn how to do social media really well. The reason I say there's no excuse for the time thing is because there really isn't. It takes 4 to 5 minutes to post something on Facebook, on the Facebook stories. The other thing is you're probably going to say, well, I don't know what to post. I feel like I'm posting the same thing over and over again, and you are. And I'm going to tell you how you can get around doing that, because I understand where you're coming from, where you're like, I feel like I'm posting this picture, the before, the after, all that good stuff. So don't worry, we're going to get into it. I'm going to tell you how you can basically create unlimited content for Facebook. So it's not included in these 7 tips, but you have to start posting daily. But we're going to jump into the very first tip that I have for you, and it is quit selling. You guys have to quit selling on social media. I see it often, all the time. If you put yourself in the person who's consuming your content shoes, so you're scrolling Facebook, the last thing as you're scrolling Facebook at night that you want to see is you don't want to be sold to, right? You don't want to see a picture with a phone number that says 20% off, free estimates, new customer discounts, all of that stuff. You're on social media to consume content, whether it's funny videos, informational videos, whatever the case may be, you're there to consume content. You don't want to be sold to. And it's going to lead into my second tip, which I'll just jump into, and it'll help you to create more content, and that is to document, do not create content. And so you're like, well, okay, well, what do you mean by document? People don't necessarily care to see the finished product of what you're doing, right? So let's say you're in pressure washing. They don't necessarily care to see the before and the after picture all the time. I mean, you can sprinkle it in there a couple of times a week maybe, but reserve that for your ads. What they want to see on your Facebook page is maybe you taking a selfie at work. Maybe you're taking a picture of your employee working. A picture of a happy customer. Maybe you're eating lunch in your truck and you want to shoot a short video. You want to talk about your day. It doesn't really matter. You want to change the mindset of having to create content to document your day. If you start to take pictures and videos throughout your entire day, assuming that you're working all day long, you'll start to see that when you start to post that kind of content, not only will you have an unlimited amount of content, but you'll start to notice that your engagement is much higher. So if you go into Facebook under your business page and you look at your insights, if you've ever posted a picture that's kind of out of the ordinary, that wasn't the before or the after of the product or service that you're providing, if you take a notice at the insights of that, I bet that it performs better. I found this out really early in my career when I was helping a car dealership, and I noticed that, we posted a picture of their dealership's dog, and it dominated all of the pictures that we were posting of all their vehicles they had for sale. And then it kind of dawned on me that people are there to consume content. They're not there to be sold to. And the best way to get around that is, in the second tip, is you have to change your mindset from creating content. You need to start documenting. So my advice here is, throughout your entire day, just take as many pictures and videos of behind the scenes stuff as you can and look through it at the end of the day and see what you can post, which leads me to my third tip. And it matters when you're posting. You want to post. So most of you guys are in the home service business. You want to post at the end of the day, right? So around 6 to 8 p.m. p.m., somewhere around there is going to be the most ideal time to post. You'll notice that if you post around, noon or 1 or 2 or 3, you're not going to get any likes, you're not going to get any comments, but it's because people are at work. So when you think about people's schedules, they go to work, typically your homeowner customers, they're 9 to 5, they get home at 5, they pick up the kids, they come home, they make dinner, kids go to bed around 8, and then maybe they sit on the couch, relax, and start to consume some Facebook content. And that's when you want your post to be there. The reason that it matters so much is that posts die very quickly on Facebook. So the algorithm, not to get super technical with it, when you make a post on Facebook, Facebook will show that post to a very small circle of people who follow your business page. Based on how they interact with that post in a short amount of time dictates if it gets seen. So if you've ever noticed when somebody posts a picture of they're pregnant and having a baby, or a picture of their kid's birthday, it has tons of comments and likes and all this stuff. It's because it starts as a small circle. Facebook shows that post to a small circle of people. People start to like and interact. It starts to show it to more. But if people aren't liking and commenting and sharing your post, it's just going to die, and Facebook is not going to show your post to anybody. So to optimize that, you want to show it when the most people are online, which for you guys, if you're looking for homeowner customers, is going to be anywhere from 6 to 8 p.m. So that's my third tip. Make sure that you're posting sometime between 6 and 8 p.m. The fourth tip that I have for you guys is use Facebook stories, and more importantly, try to use Facebook Live. So Facebook stories and Facebook Live are relatively newer features on Facebook. And the reason that we want to use those features is not necessarily because it's more exposure, but the platform kind of rewards you for using those features. So when you post content to stories or go live, more people will see your content because Facebook is going to show that content to more people than it would just be in a traditional post, because they want people to start interacting with those features. And you don't have to be super camera friendly in order to use Facebook Live. If you're on a job site and you just want to go live for 10 seconds, you don't have to sit there and engage with people. Just pull out your phone on Facebook, go live, and maybe you're in the middle of doing something on the job site, and you're just walking around and just talking about what you're doing and kind of what the situation is. The same thing for stories. If you go back to the tip that I gave you, if throughout your day you're taking pictures and videos and documenting your day, at the end of the day, if you have a couple of decent video clips, go to Facebook Stories and upload those to the Facebook Stories. The more, the better. But again, the more that you can use those features, the more that Facebook will reward you. The fifth tip that I have is try to end every single post with a question, right? So we definitely, again, we don't want to be salesy when we write the descriptions for our posts, but try to end it with a question. And the reason for that is it goes back to what I was talking about earlier. So when Facebook, let's say you have a decent picture or video, you post it to Facebook at like 6, 7 o'clock p.m. It's not salesy, and you ask a question, right? It could be anything, right? So like if you're in pressure washing, it could be a picture of a clean driveway, and it could be something like, what do you guys think of this driveway? Or who else has a dirty driveway? What that does is it increases the likelihood that somebody that answer that question, and when that person interacts with your post, Facebook will start to show that to more people. So if you're not posting a question at the end of your post, then nobody's really going to comment on it, and then Facebook's not going to show it to as many people. So try and add a question to every single post that you put on Facebook. The sixth tip that I have for you is how to grow your page with spending very little money. There's really two ways to use paid advertising to grow your page. You could run Facebook ads, although, obviously I'm a Facebook ads guy. I don't necessarily recommend it, because then you're going to end up with a bunch of people who may not necessarily like your business. Which I guess could be said about what I'm going to tell you to do, but it's less likely. And I used to do this with a lot of my clients back when I used to do social media management, which I no longer do. And that is to run giveaways on a pretty regular basis on a schedule. So whether it's every Monday, every other Monday, every Sunday, whatever the case may be, you want to try to run giveaways. And the bonus tip here is try to do it for a local business that will share the giveaway. So if you have a local coffee shop that's nearby, go in there or reach out to the owner and say, hey, I'm thinking about doing a giveaway, every Monday or whatever the case may be for a $25 coffee gift card. If we do this, would you want to share the post and promote it to the people who like your business page? Most of the time they will, because it's a cross promotion. So you start to get more likes that way. And the way that you can grow your page is, I mean, you structure it pretty well. You want to make sure that in order to participate, they have to share the post, they have to tag 2 people, and they have to like the post. And so what will happen is you'll start to get a lot of people tagging their friends, which will inevitably mean that you can invite them to like your page grows, and then all of a sudden, I had a client years ago, they owned a pizza restaurant, and we started their Facebook group, and within a year, we grew their Facebook page, we grew their Facebook page from 0 to 7,000 page likes just by giving away a pizza once a week and having people share the post, tag 2 friends, and liking the post, because when they like the post, we can invite them to like the page. And that is one of the easiest ways that you can grow your page. Now, like I said, you could use paid advertising on Facebook, optimizing for page likes. I don't recommend it. You're going to have much better success if you just start to do giveaways. The 7th and final tip that I have for you is fix your logo and fix your Facebook banner. I can't tell you how many times I visit a lot of your guys' Facebook pages and your logo's all blurry and scaled out really weird. I look at the banner, it's all cut off, it's not professionally made. And I know if you're just getting started, I understand that, if you're not a graphic designer, which most people aren't, it can be kind of, difficult to find somebody to make one. Just go to Fiverr. You can get them pretty inexpensive. But you have to think about it, especially if you're in pressure washing and you're charging $400 or $500 to wash a roof, and somebody's trusting you to come out and do that on their expensive home. When they come to your Facebook page, you should have that professional feel. And it's a very inexpensive thing to do that could potentially close more sales just based on that professionalism. So, take a look at your Facebook page. Does your logo look good? Does your banner look really professional? If it doesn't, go to Fiverr and type in, logo designer, or find somebody who does a very good job at doing that, and pay them to do it, because I promise you it will pay dividends, because it's going to add to that professionalism. And that's pretty much it, guys. Those are my 7 tips that if you execute every single one of those and you make it a point to dominate and just do it and do it and do it over and over and over again and make it a routine to do those things, I promise you that in 6 to 8 months, you'll have so many organic leads of just people messaging you that you won't know what to do with it. So I hope that really helps. Again, guys, if you really like the content that I'm putting out, especially in this video, be sure to subscribe. And if you have any questions or any insights or anything that you might want to add to the tips that I gave today, make sure that you leave a comment. Have a great rest of your day.